So welcome, Crusaders. We are live from the Resistance headquarters, and I am King Nico. And today is December 31st. It is the last day of the year, 2022. And what a year it has been. From the very, very beginning, all the way throughout to the very last day. And in a short few hours, it is about to be history. 2022 is about to be history. So I'm going to start off by showing today's paper. So I have the Hamilton Spectator because that's what's closest to me, but it's in the Toronto Star. And the story is From Vaccines to Drag Queens, the next freedom movement fight. So we're going to quickly read the story today and go over some stuff. I haven't been on in a couple of weeks because it's been the holidays. Everyone's been busy and I only have, negative stuff to share anyway. So I thought I'd give it a break, but we're about to go harder than ever. So Daniel's here. Happy New Year's, brother. Yep. That's good to see you here, Crusader. And what a year it's been. Like epic year. Like from the Freedom Convoy, the truckers, and everything in between. Summer was kind of quiet, but us Crusaders here at the Resistance, we've been working really, really hard, and the hard work's finally paying off and getting noticed, and we're gonna start sharing it and see all the newspapers had stories written about us from Ottawa to Niagara Falls to Toronto. So yes, brother, thank you. It's my New Year's shirt I've got on. So let's bring up so much stuff. I don't want to make it too long because it is 7 p.m. Everyone's partying and doing their stuff. So let's just quickly get to some stuff. So, wow, there was Brockville. There was Welland. So I got a few short clips here. So let's go. Let's see this. This is going to... So to be a Satanist, you admit that Jesus is real then? So is it just yourself, your own personal preference to be a Satanist, or is it all your friends and everyone else in this community as well?
I don't speak to everybody. I'm a Satanist. I don't speak to everybody.
Okay.
I don't think children should be forced to religion at a young age.
Okay. Well, thanks a lot. I wish there could be an... See? The truth always comes out in these people, right?
I don't know what to say to that. I had Hail Satan. Guys, this is what we're up against. Hail Satan.
Yeah. Just to become a Satanist. Yeah, this is what we're up against. So that was from Brockville, which is about 5 hours away.
You ladies practice Satanism? Well, you know it exists, right?
So then we went to Welland the next day, so which is 5 hour difference, 2 separate towns. And then you're going to see this short clip here.
Come on, don't play silly. Come on. I was in Brockville yesterday, and your people kind of let the cat out the bag, right? So no one wants to speak on Satanism over here?
It sounds like you know way more.
I know, but I want to hear it from you guys' mouths, right? Okay. Don't worry, I'm going to get the information for all you guys.
I can't read them.
Okay, so what about the new developments of Satanism popping up? The Satanic Church, you don't see any... There we go. There it is.
So lots of satanic representation from the rallies we went to. There were the drag shows, story times happening. There was drag kings, drag queens, ridiculous amounts of drag going on, and all the children are involved. So we're definitely up against it. And the backlash we've received, the hate mail, the everything. It's nonstop. So that's why I had to take a break. Poor Crystal Peters got her car egged and tampered with and broken into. So these people are very upset with what we're doing. Very upset.
And stuff. But yeah, and Nico, I've really been appreciating some of that stuff you've been putting out there and being at some of these places exposing the drag queen stuff and the transgender stuff. I mean, that takes a heart of a lion. That takes the Holy Spirit to be able to do that. That's, I mean, you know that you're risking your life, but you trust the Lord. I mean, I mean, that's, you know, there's a lot of people that don't like what you're doing.
Yep, and he said it. So that's a brother in the USA even knows that there's a lot of people that don't like what I'm doing. Not just the LGBT, but within the freedom movement too. There's a lot of people that don't like what I'm doing. And guess what? I've been doing it and I'm going to keep on doing it. You cannot silence the truth. Wow. So with honestly, so much stuff. I'm going to take my time doing this quickly. So if you want to see a lot of the footage, let me bring it up. Excuse me. So we have Twitter here, and for some reason, Karima has been following us around for a very long time, and she's got a lot of videos from Brockville. Let me see if I can play a clip here. So she's been documenting this, and let me see this here.
Beautiful. This will come from God. Yes. On a symbol of pedophilia. Thank you.
Wow, very pushy. They try to block me in. So they're very aggressive. So this was Brockville. I'm not even going to play the sound on this one, but that's a very crazy person from Ottawa that came out to scream at us.
Because people like you are preying on them, right?
So it's been quite the fight this December. So I'm going through Karima's Twitter here. She's got, you know, her cameraman Lee. Like those two got a beating. Like I say that we had a lot of hate, but for some reason, Karima and her cameraman Lee, they got a whooping in Brockville. Not so much, but in Welland, wow, Antifa was there waiting for them and handed to them. So we got watching. Happy New Year to your mom and yourself, Natasha. I'm glad to see you here. Paolo's watching, says cheers. Love you also. Stacy says we love you. Yes, and the Watchman of Yeshua is here. Hoping everything is well. Yeah, I'm just gonna run through end of the year stuff. You know, we made it into the newspaper day on the last day of the year. So I just want to read the story. Just want to quickly give a run up on some of the stuff we were not doing because I didn't get to make a video. But as you can see here, this Kareem Assad lawyer plus political satirist. So she's been documenting everything. If you really want to see what's been going on, quickly go to my Facebook. So as you can see, I've been posting a lot of Joseph codes. Drag queens equals 666, and Nino West, a drag queen, also equals 666, right? There's Jocelyn. Just going to quickly skim through this. We had a snowstorm last week, and now it's springtime weather. So pine trees equals 666, courtesy of Miss Lisa Prince and Stephanie. We've been doing so much work this year, especially with the new age. Like from the beginning of 2022 to the final hours, so many people have woken up to the new age and all the crystals and yoga and Reiki and all that nonsense. So many people are waking up to the flat earth. We've been pushing that for years now. There's Mbappe with his ex-transgendered boyfriend. It's wild what's going on. If you don't get fame in this world today unless you play along. So here's a clip from Twitter. These hateful people are disturbed. It's the same people at the anti-mask, anti-vax freedom rallies. Nico has been involved since day one, side by side with Chris Guy, part of the original organizing crew. So even the haters on the left, I don't know these people. They know how long I've been doing this. We got the year of Polyev coming up, 2023. Pierre Polyev equals 223. As does Synagogue of Satan, 223. So we have the pill for the pill here has the number 82 on it. 82 equals 666. More image of Satan, drag queens, drag ritual, and drag show ritual, because that's exactly what it is. It's a ritual. Don't worry. This isn't going to be a long video. Also, the Pope died today. How convenient. Mr. Andrew Tate is in the news. Andrew Tate equals 666. Pizzagate equals 666. Guys, it's everything we've been going over for many years now. So, okay. So let's get to this, the newspaper article that was put today in the paper. So it's here on Press Reader. Like I have the actual copy, but I'm not going to, it's going to be easier for you all to follow along. Yeah, I just want to wrap up 2022 and finish off with this, and then that's it. We're on to the next thing, 2023. Okay, so so from sorry, I don't know why my throat's all choking up right now. So it was at a Boston Pizza on a sunny December afternoon in Hamilton, where Canada's cultural and political divide came to life in stark and venomous terms. Inside, a brunch crowd cheered for a drag performer, Crystal Quartz, who strutted the aisles in a Tina Turner-inspired sparkling silver dress, draped with an ebony ruffle coat, lip-syncing to Gloria Gaynor's anthem, But Outside. In the Barton Street restaurant's parking lot, there was no such mirth. Watched by a cordon of Hamilton police officers wearing bright yellow safety vests. Freedom Convoy protesters waved F. Trudeau flags and yelled about a grim doom they believe drag queens are visiting upon children. They can't breed, screamed Crystal Peters, one of the ringleaders of protests traveling around Ontario, targeting all-age events featuring drag performers. That's why they are trying to get everyone else's kids. The protests, replete with homophobic conspiracy theories of child grooming and sexual abuse, have hit 2 drag events in Hamilton. They have also targeted events in Welland, Fort Erie, Guelph, Kingston, Kitchener, Gravenhurst, and Brockville in the last month. Wow, it has been a wild couple of months. They promised to target more shows in other cities. Wait, am I reading that right? Yeah. Okay. A drag story time for kids and parents at a Brockville library on December 17th was greeted with an arson attempt and bomb threat, as well as demonstrations. So the arson attempt and the bomb threat had nothing to do with us. We were nowhere near the city. And the Spectator has learned a network of white nationalists responsible for ongoing racist vandalism campaigns in Ontario cities have found common cause with the protesters, which is the furthest thing from the truth. The LGBT community has long been a target of neo-Nazis, and white all-ages drag shows have been around for at least a decade without complaint or fanfare. But since the fall controversy erupted over an Oakville high school, a teacher wearing women's clothing, Co-ordinated anti-drag protests popped up in Ontario, and many of the protesters are part of the anti-vaccine and anti-mandate movements. So including Peters, a Freedom Convoy protester who calls all ages drag shows a societal scourge and a threat to the existence of humanity. Exactly. So again, it's a threat to the existence of humanity. That's why we're doing it. It has nothing to do with LGBT and adults and what they choose as their sexual preference. It's what we don't want children being exposed to certain performances, stripper type performances, men dressed as strippers, requesting cash tips being put into them. It's gross. Plus the stories, the books, we've gone over the books. The books are all gender neutral and pushing transitioning, right? So yeah, so other high-profile protesters include Nico Hines, a flat earther and former go-kart racer who was part of the Ottawa convoy on occupations. It seems like some of the stuff's been missing here. So their rallying cry is one that has been heard at protests and vaccines, protect the children. They have a righteous goal they think they are fighting for, and it makes them feel like they are on a noble quest, said Timothy Caulfield, a conspiracy theory researcher from the University of Alberta, recently made a member of the Order of Canada for his work to counter misinformation. So wow, we got the experts on this now too. We got Timothy Caulfield, a conspiracy theory researcher. Yeah, good luck. So this theme just metastasizes to fit the current conspiracy theory. You start embracing COVID conspiracy theories, and all of a sudden, as the demonstrations continue, honestly, I can't read from this. It's so out of whack. I'm just going to read it straight from the paper. But that's the website. It's all kind of all over the place there. I can't read stuff on it because then it makes me look like an idiot. But wow, what a year to be in the paper on the last day of the year. And like when you see the stuff that they mention and they've researched on us, it's crazy. So I just want to let it be known that this is now gone mainstream across this province, or the GTA at least. So I'm going to continue reading here. So they did a separate piece. It's called Storytime and the Devil. So while drag queen Hexy Noir read a book to the delight of children and their parents at the Terry Berry branch of the Hamilton Public Library, King Nico was horrified. It wasn't the story that unsettled him. Rather, it was Noir's presence in women's clothing and the COVID-19 protocols followed by the adults in the room. As soon as she opened the book and started reading the story, I felt so uncomfortable, Nico said in an interview with The Spectator. Online, he goes by the alias King Nico on social media, where he promotes the protests, sells self-promoting swag, and pushes the baseless notion that the earth is flat and covered with a dome. Yes, it is. The firmament. I felt like I wanted to cry when I saw the children. All the parents were in there wearing masks. I felt like I was in the pits of hell. Nico was a regular protester through the pandemic, objecting to mask, vaccines, public health mandates, the government, and now drag queens. From his particular Christian lens, it is all connected, he said. He believes drag queens are part of a satanic cult. He makes posters claiming the queens and even the pride flag are equivalent to the number 666. So there's the gematria. So they've been following along, which is true. I'm going to see some codes quickly, because there it is. Drag queens does equal 666, but it's not the only one, because I also pride flag equals 666. Gay pride flag equals 666. Image of Satan is 666. The face masks is 666. Vaccination is 666. Computer is 666. Internet is 666. Fluoridate is 666. Sorceries, witchcraft, all 666. And that is absolutely an impossible coincidence. Lightning does not strike the exact same place 45 times. It's incredible, right? Hi, Laurel. Yeah, Happy New Year's to everyone. It's so good to see some of you here. Rose Clark is here. Daniel saying New Year's to Rose. Jennifer saying put your name in there. Yep, for sure. This is all right in today's paper. So it's a great way to end the year after all the hard work us Crusaders have done and all the truth we've been sharing and putting out there. In one story, we have flat earth mentioned and the dome. We have gematria and the number of the beast, 666. We have the drag queens are a satanic cult. Incredible stuff. So we are stamping our authority all over this. So yeah, it says he believes drag queens are part of a satanic cult. The number of the equivalent to the number 666, the number of the devil in some Christian mythology. It's not mythology, it's the Bible. It's all biblical, he told the Spectator. So according to him, none of it is hate speech. His views are echoed by Mike Thiessen, the founder of the influential evangelical political action group, the Liberty Coalition, that sponsored the anti-lockdown efforts and politicians in Canada. Cross-dressing men are wolves in women's clothing, Dyson posted on Twitter on December 19th. And on Wednesday, retweeted a post comparing drag to blackface. He did not answer questions about his tweet. Right? So this is crazy. They really went all into depth in this. The protests were going on about men in women's clothes, and they apparently had no idea our performer that day was a drag king, Slog said. No, we knew it was a drag king, which is even worse because of the pictures that I've shown. It's a girl dressed as a boy, right? But usually goes topless and exposes their chest because they're pretending to be a man with a drawn-on beard, but they're really a girl with. So it's getting out of hand, which is why we need to get louder. This isn't loud enough. So most people are forgetting that queer people do exist under the age of 19. So some of them don't want to have to wait for the time they can go to nightclubs, Hughes said. Wow, so they're trying to make excuses that children are gay before they're adults, so they don't want to wait. What is this? Sexualization is sexualization, right? So King Nico and Crystal Peters were at the Brockville protest and made their baseless allegations of grooming. Peters, who was arrested in October for causing a disturbance at a Halloween drag event at a Gravenhurst church, so at a church doing a drag event, did not respond to interview requests. Nico told the Spectator they are not against the LGBTQ community, just the abuse of children, although they don't present any evidence for their claims of grooming. Plenty of evidence. Hours and hours of live streaming footage of evidence and going over this. So grooming is a process during which a sexual predator has close access to a child and wins their confidence and compliance to break down resistance to abuse. Okay, so they're going on. That's Crystal Courts, even here in the paper, quoted, speaking, trying to defend what they're doing and saying it's not grooming, but we know full well that it is. It even has a part here with the shop teacher and Pizzagate. Drag brunches and story times have been happening in Ontario for more than a decade, but they didn't become a target of the Freedom Convoy networks until a fall controversy over the attire of an Oakville teacher. So a shop teacher at Oakville Trafalgar High School made national headlines when they showed up to work wearing huge prosthetics. The school board has been criticized by Ontario's education minister for not upholding an appropriate dress code, and 3 parents are threatening to take the board to court. So the Freedom Convoy groups staged protests at the school, arriving with signs promoting the People's Party of Canada and others that read, "Say no to perverts in our schools." King Nico was one of several popular Freedom Convoy members to join a demonstration at the school on September 28th. During the event, he handed out clothes branded with his Crusaders of the Resistance logo to students for free. He said his gifts were not any kind of manipulation of children because he had no sexual intent. Of course, I had no sexual intent, but somehow they're trying to classify that I was trying to groom kids by giving them free clothes, right? Where did it go? Okay, so I felt like I was just a teacher, a friend, a companion to share information, Nico said in an interview. Since then, there have been nearly a dozen protests at drag brunches and story times in Ontario. As it was with the school protests, the anti-drag events rally around the slogan, "Protect the children." So it is a trope that was common before the pandemic. And the University of Alberta's Caulfield, the expert, right, studied the rise and spread of conspiracy theories. So I'm not going to get into this. He's trying to give his jargon, his university nonsense about, oh, this started then. No, if you see anything, we've been doing this a long time. This has nothing to do with the pandemic and any type of trend and moving from vaccines to drag queens. No, I've been doing drag queens way before any pandemic. This is biblical. This is the mark of the beast and the image of the beast, right? Unbelievable. So we got Crystal Peters in here. There's Clayton McAllister. We got Nikki, Lindsay, Alex. The whole crew is here in the paper, all in the pictures. So honestly, congratulations to everyone for staying resistant, especially with all the hate and going up against a lot of people that didn't agree on what we're doing and still don't, which is why it's only been a small group of us. Because the most of the other people, I don't know why they're labeling us Freedom Convoy and all that stuff. Just this freedom movement, there's the truth movement, there's Freedom Convoy, and now, so there's the fact they group everything together. Not everyone is obviously on the same page. Some people are just for convoy, some people are just for the freedom movement and for parties, and it's the gathering. Yeah, wolves in women's clothing, all right, says Naomi. So yeah, I'm not going to stay on too long. Just you can check out the information and see the story for yourself. Again, the numbers don't lie. Some of the stuff that I have seen in the past couple of hours, few days, has just been crazy. So it's on Press Reader, it's in the Toronto Star, it's in the Hamilton Spectator. Wow, a long story, so much information. Even says right here, Nico Hines believes drag queens are part of a satanic cult. He makes posters, so definitely lots of info there. We're finally getting out there to mainstream because other people won't share it because they don't understand it, especially with gematria. I see Joseph gets frustrated because most people don't understand the numbers. They see it and they're like, they don't understand it. And because they don't understand it, they instantly hate on it and just ignore it, right? But the fact that we've been resilient and keep pushing it, and now it's finally coming, people are going to have no choice but to take notice of gematria. And the fact that they know that I've been doing it for 3, almost 4 years now, the same as Joseph. They're going to hate the fact that they're going to have to listen or try and figure it out and learn it quick, because it really is relevant and is exposing so much, which is making it so easy for me because I have the Bible and gematria. So I don't get excited when I see how the Pope died today, or Barbara Walters the other day, or Pele the other day. It's like every hour now they're just dropping boom, boom, boom. So big things. Flat Earth. I cannot believe I'm reading about Flat Earth, gematria, and satanic cults in the paper now. It's incredible. Well done, Crusaders. I feel like we're just gonna, this is a good way to end the year and set ourselves up for what's coming in 2023. And I already know big things. I already got things planned on Tuesday to go get some footage, and it's going to be good. So I'm done rambling on. It's New Year's Eve. Happy New Year. I'll see you all in 2023.